not even me Bowers game for me.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, an special expansion review. And today I'm very excited to check out the Dresden Files Cooperative card game expansion number 5, Winter Schemes from Evil Hat Productions. This is for the original base game of the Dresden File Cooperative card game, which is for 1 to 5 players, take about 30 minutes, and it's for ages 13 plus. And in the Dresden File Cooperative card game, this is based off the immensely popular book series. You're going to be playing through a series of the books with characters you know, love, and hate, cooperatively trying to get enough clues or destroy a bunch of things. I really enjoyed the base game. This adds more to the base game, but do I like what it adds? Let's open it up and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what's inside of the Dresden Files Cooperative card game, expansion number 5, Winter Schemes. So before we get started, I do want to mention this is an expansion. If you want to see how the original base game is played, go back and watch my original review. Really enjoyed the game. This is going to add more to it. So first and foremost, you're going to get more side job cards. One of the great parts about this game is that you can create your own sort of stories. You always have the book stories based on the books, but you can also make your own side jobs, and this just gives you another side job that you can potentially do, and 4 more side job cards that you will be able to mix in. But the real reason most people are going to be here are for the 2 new characters and for the 2 new book decks, as they are, because these, I guess, are based off of a part of the book series. So first we have Cold Days, and then we have Skin Game. I've got a chance to play both of them. I enjoyed both of them. They have all sorts of neat ones. I think it was not this one, but the other one has all, yeah, the E to B to C, and it has all sorts of the letters where things happen here, then they happen to other spots, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the game when you did something here and then it affects something over there. I really like that on the base game. And Skin Game, I actually really like that scenario. But the main reason I think most people are going to be here are for the new characters. One of the great parts about this game is you always get your own different character, and each character does play differently. They have different cards to start off with, and they also have different stunts and talents. Now, this one's different than the other expansions because these characters are not just characters that you can throw in there and pick whenever you want. You can only pick these characters as replacements for other characters. So first we have Winter Knight Harry, and he must be used in place of Harry Dresden. Because one of my things that I did not like about the original base game, I don't even know if I remember if I mentioned in the review, it's such a nitpick, is that you always have to play Harry. No matter how many cool different characters you play as, someone always has to play as Harry. This makes it so someone does not have to play as Harry. You can play as Winter Knight Harry. And he's got some cool special abilities. He's got some definitely cool cards mixed in there because obviously it's Winter Knight Harry, so they want to get him cool cards. But what you want to know about his stunt and his talent: as your turn, flip this card to choose any one foe and attempt to add 2 hits to that foe. So essentially you're just going to blast them away. If the total number of hits is not enough to defeat the foe, then the stunt has no effect. Over here, when you discard for fate points, you may move 1 case without clues or 1 foe without hits 1 space forward or backward in either row. Very, very powerful once again. Down here, moving on to Winter Lady Molly. She has, as your turn, you may flip this card over to copy the effect of a stunt of a character not playing in this game, which means if you're not, this kind of is, you know, like one... How do I put this? This is not one of the characters you want to play when you first start the game. You want to know the other special abilities because then you're going to have to sift through everything. So I'll talk more about that in pros and cons. Then the talent, you may flip this card over to turn all dice rolled for one of your rolls from the little dash to no dash applied after all the book card modifiers prior to the showdown. So very, very powerful special ability if you can get it in the right instance. So 2 new characters, 2 new book decks, couple new side job cards. That's what you're going to get inside of the game. Alright then, the Dresden Files Cooperative card game expansion number 5, Winter Schemes. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, once again, with all the other expansions, if you did not like the original base game, this is not going to change your mind. It doesn't do anything earth-shattering or groundbreaking. It is more of the same. And if you do not want more of the same, then this is not going to be for you. Dirt simple. Now, this expansion also does something that I really don't like when expansions do, which is... oh, you can play with this module, but you have to take out that module to do it. I like it when you can just throw stuff in there and just play with it and mix everything together, and this one does not do that. If you're going to play with Molly or if you're going to play with Winter Knight Harry, you have to, boop, exchange the original Molly and the original Winter Knight Harry, and I don't like that aspect. Now, take that with a grain of salt, though, because I actually do kind of like it a little bit for Harry Dresden, because one of my things that I didn't like about the original base game was that someone always had to be Harry Dresden. As much as you might want to explore and play as, you know, the dog guy or somebody else, the ghost guy or this guy or that guy or the lady, someone always had to be Harry, which is a little bit of a bummer. This is nice, though, that it gives you another person to play as, so I do kind of enjoy that aspect of the game. Any other cons that I have with the game? I mean, if you didn't like the original game, don't get this. It's simple as that. But moving on to the pros, if you do like the original base game and you want a little bit more variety, a little bit more variability, a little bit more wiggle room with your Harry Dresden, getting the Winter Knight Harry, then yeah, duh, this is a no-brainer of an expansion. It's a very easy expansion to review. You like the original base game? Do you still have it? Do you still play it? Get this. Do you not like the original base game? No, then don't get this. There you go. Now, that being said, I did enjoy Winter Expansion, or I enjoyed Expansion 4 more than I enjoyed Expansion 5. And if I recall correctly, I think I actually played, the first time I reviewed this, I played with Expansions 1 and 2, and I like those expansions better than 5 as well. So of the 4 expansions that I've played with so far, this is my least favorite just because you have to take stuff out and put stuff in, and I don't particularly like the stunt of Winter Lady Molly just because I don't play the game enough to remember all the different stunts, which means I have to then go back in the box and start, oh, that stunt would be good. Oh, let's see. Oh, that stunt might be nice. And this stunt's really not going to help. It just slows down the game a little bit when you do inevitably use that stunt. But that being said, I still like this. I still like the base game. This is instantly going into the collection. This is instantly going to stay in the box. It's never going to leave the box. And I'll probably play as Winter Knight Harry more than I like the original Harry because I just like him a little bit better, but they're both cool. So in the end, Dresden Files Cooperative Card Game Expansion number 5, I can recommend it, but I'd get the other expansions before I got this one, personally. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. How annoyed are you at the fact that I have never read any of the books? I know there's people out there right now who are like, this guy has no freaking clue what Skin Game is, or why Maeve and Lily's partnership is in there. She just called Harry Dresden Harry Drosden. I hate it. I get so mad. Are you one of those people? If so, I can empathize. I'm that way about certain things as well, but I'm sorry. I just don't have time to read the books. Actually, you know what? I take that back. No excuses. I do have time to read the books. I even have the books in my house because my wife loves this book. She loves this game and she loves the books. I just don't like reading that much. You know what? I take that back. I do actually like reading that much, but I like video games better. So there you go. And board games better. And watching old TV shows better, like Seinfeld. I don't remember what the question was, but as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.